Hi folks, John Cordisco back again. Trying to get caught up in some of my videos in anticipation of upcoming Singfield Cup, one of the premier tournaments in the world being played here in the United States. So I'm just trying to get a few videos out before then. This is round 3 of Dortmund Chess 2015. Great game between two great players. Wesley So, formerly from the Philippines, is white, now playing for the US. And Naiditsch from Germany is black, another world-class player. This is a heck of a game. I'm not going to give away who wins, but let's get to it. So is white, Naiditsch is black. It's going to be a Queen's Gambit declined. Go through the first few moves of the opening here. There's really no point in the opening theory. It's not what we're really about here. Queen to C2, typical stuff. C5, going right after the center right away. This is all what they call theory. That's the last book move according to the computer. Let's just take a look here. Well, I like the Queen Bishop battery facing black's king side. Tiny advantage according to the computer, maybe a quarter pawn. Looks pretty good. Black can't go C4 because after pawn takes, bishop takes. That's a disaster. Of course, it does open up the light squared bishop. So let's see what black goes A6. Doesn't want that knight get in there, I guess, for the bishop. Rook comes over. Rook AC1. Okay, centralize your rooks. Eventually those files will get either open or semi-open. What to do? Bishop D6. I kind of like that, actually. Just opens up the rook on the E file. Bishop F5. Actually, to be honest with you, I'm thinking either H3 or Queen to D2, but Wesley decided to go Bishop F5. Rook to C8, going into the pen, but it's not that big of a deal. Pawn takes, Queen to D3. The computer shows a small advantage for black, but I kind of like white here, to be honest with you. It seems a little easier to play. Rook to C7 is going to double up on the C file. Knight to A4. Queen comes over. That really good Queen Bishop battery bearing down. White's bearing down with his bishop. Right now, the threat is, of course, is bishop takes pawn check. Can't take with the knight because queen takes G7 mate. So decides to go D4. Pawn takes. Bishop takes. Queen takes. Pawn takes. Now those of you that were wondering instead, stick with a pawn. Knight to D5. Queen to D2. And Queen to H4, and it's over. White is doomed. After Queen takes, C takes. Now this is an unusual move. I kind of like the computer suggestion myself, G3. But he decides to go Rook to A1, and that one I don't understand. I've gone over this game earlier, and I just don't understand why he did that. Maybe it's just beyond me. Not sure. After Rook to A1, let's take a look at that unusual move. I'll tell you the truth, I think White's in trouble right now. I thought White had a pretty good position, but look at that knight on A4. There is nowhere for that knight to go. What is the old saying? A knight on the rim is grim? It certainly is. And I think G3 would have been a better move. And after knight to E5, queen, rook takes, bishop takes, G6. I'm not crazy about White's position, but it's a hell of a lot better than what happened. After rook to A1, knight to E5, hitting the queen. Queen moves. G6. Now it's starting to get critical, I think, for White. He's in trouble. Bishop D3. And look at Black's pieces are so coordinated. Knight to d5. And this is where I think Wesley miscues. He does the human move. And even though he's a great world-class player, he just miscalculated. He played bishop takes the pawn. And immediately, white is doomed. Over 3-point advantage. Bishop takes a6 was the way to go. Then after knight to f4, queen g3, knight over. It's not that great for white, but at least he can survive it. After bishop takes, knight takes, queen takes, knight to f4, here it comes. It doesn't look bad yet, but it's coming. And this is where Wesley miscues again, and we're on move 25, and I'm not sure if he had time trouble or not. He plays queen takes a6. Queen to f3 was only the real chance. Then after knight checks, king to f1. It still sucks for white, but at least he can survive it. After queen takes a6, queen to g5. He has to go queen to f1 or g3. I like queen to f1 better. But he decided to go g3. We had gone queen to f1 after knight checks, king to h1, bishop takes, rook to d3. And that's scary crap. And white is still doomed, but this is just worse after g3. Knight checks, king to f1. Now, I've got the computer on off screen. The computer likes queen to d5. Threatening mate. They just decided to go queen to g4. He's getting too subtle for his own good. Bishop e3. White is still losing by a ton. Rook takes. Queen has to check. King to g7. Rook takes d6. Rook to e4. White is doomed. King to g2. Knight checks. King goes to g1. Knight checks. King goes to g2. The only difference is this time, here comes the other rook. Rook to f1. Knight checks again. King goes to g1. And queen to f3. And it's over. Give you an idea. After g takes, rook takes. What is white going to do? He's doomed. Absolutely doomed. A spite check. Throw away his queen. That's about it. So that's where Wesley So, now playing for the United States, resigns. I don't think I've ever seen Wesley back on his heels so badly. And there's that knight on a4 sitting doing nothing. For all intents and purposes, Wesley was down a piece. Anyway, folks, there's another game from round 3 of Dortmund Chess 2015. I hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully I'll catch up on my videos. Stay tuned. Coming up here in another week and a half, 2 weeks, my coverage of the Singfield Cup, the premier tournament, one of the premier tournaments in the world, played right here at the Chess Club and Scholastic Center in St. Louis, the capital of U.S. chess. And as I always say, if you think chess is just a game, you're not playing it right. Take care, folks. Bye-bye.